The guys they're trying. We're making progress. So um, focus wasn't what I hoped it would be today, but they're giving it some effort.
Are you getting anybody back for Thursday night that you sure of?
I'm hoping Brennan. This was the first day he's practiced. He did some live stuff today at the end of practice. It was the first time in a month. So, um, I'm hope he'll make a little more progress tomorrow. Maybe be able to give us a few minutes. Dante's still day to day.
What's a fair expectation for what Brendan can do, regardless of points, rebounds?
Well, no, he's been out for a long time. I mean, just give us a few minutes, start getting comfortable, and it's going to take time. I keep telling the guys, we practice for a reason, and take a month off, you're not going to be real sharp. So, and it's going to be a little up and down here for a while because he didn't, like I said, he didn't play in either scrimmage. He only played 2 games, I think, in Canada. So he just hadn't played much, and so it'll take a while for him to get going.
You talked about how you're not where you want to be, and that's obvious. But given who's out and working guys back in, and even when they come back, they need time. How do you have to adjust, not just your own expectations, but more so about what you can do, what can be done in this time period of where you can be? Do you have to dial it back to where you want it to be at the start of the season almost?
Practice is shorter today than we normally would go because just the numbers, we can't get the possessions that we want. We haven't got the things in that I want to get in, because of, we don't know who we'd have. And, we're kind of like to go to Dante as much as we can. And, he didn't play the last game and a half, so it's just different. Guys going to have to stay with it. Going to have to stay with me. Will, like I said, did a tremendous job. Quincy picked it up, and he's out today. So, it's just, got to keep it going. Got to keep the guys going, and we got to make adjustments. As coaching staff, we got to make adjustments.
That impact you guys more on the offense or defensive end?
Well, that's a good question. Probably both. I mean, defensively, we went all zone, which we wouldn't have done, if we'd had numbers. But I just felt like, we didn't have much choice, and we may not have much choice against Washington State. I don't know. I'd like to play a little bit more man and switch some things up. They got some great shooters. So if we need to press out and man up more, I mean, they got 3 guys shooting over 50% from 3. They hit 19 threes the other day against Detroit, 19 of 29 and 15 of 30 before that against Eastern Washington. So they're really shooting it good, and so we're going to have to play some man at some time.
What are your thoughts on Will's performance at the tournament over?
Oh, like I said, Connecticut, but he knew it. Guys were out, and he knew he had to step up, and I thought he did a great job. We wouldn't have been that close to Michigan State, and there's no victory in that, but we at least gave ourselves a chance to win, and then we did win against Villanova, and there's no way we'd have done it if Will wouldn't have grabbed the team and said, hey, we got to compete here. He did a tremendous job. It's one thing for the coaches to bark and yell at him, but when you got somebody who's won a few games, he's been to 2 Sweet 16s, he's won 2 conference championships, he's won a tournament championship, and so, and he's had a chance to go to another one, when the COVID. So, I mean, he's won a lot of games, he's got to act like it. And he sure did those last 2 games.
I feel like he's handled adjusting to having to facilitate everybody offensively, but you also need him to score quite a bit too right now.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I thought I would have taken a few more shots. I thought he should have had a few more ups, but he was trying to get everybody involved, and but yeah, he had to score more. And if we get Dante back, and Quincy keeps shooting a little bit, those 2 guys got to help him. They got to help him lead, and they got to help him score a little bit. It's one thing, proven scores. It's another thing, guys hoping to score. Those 3 guys are proven scorers. They got to score some baskets for us.
You mentioned Washington State shooting. On one hand, you have the length. On the other hand, one way to kill his own is just to shoot like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how do you try to curb what they got going on?
Well, we just going to have to locate those guys and do a great job. But, anytime, you got three guys shooting, and as a team, they're shooting better from three than two. That's very rare. So you really got to push out.
What is it about Pamba that makes him just kind of a unique challenge in that one?
Well, he's physical. He's got, great body. He's shooting it good. He can get to the rim. He's got a good pace about him. Doesn't go too fast. He's just a good player. He's, like I said, physical, good body, ability to get in the paint, ability to shoot the three. He's one of the guys that's shooting over 50%. So just a good all-around player.
Despite all the question marks about who will be available to even play, how important is it to go out there and sort of set the tone for the Pac-12 season in this game?
Well, it doesn't matter who we're playing, whether it's Pac-12 or anything. You've got to go out and play. And we've got a couple conference games here, and we still got 4 non-conference games left. So our guys just going to have to really play. Fortunately, we got a lot of them at home, so we don't have to travel too much. But it's going to be difficult. It's not going to have everybody, and guys are going to have to really step up like they did. Gabe and those guys gave us good minutes. Gabe, Brady, James. I'm not worried about their effort or their dedication or their focus. They got to be ready to go, and Tyrone's got to keep getting better. Luke gave us some good minutes, but he also made some mistakes. So, we got a lot of guys need to step up.
We asked you about this 4 years ago when you were shorthanded, Dana, and you literally did ask Mario about getting tight ends and guys in here for practice, guys maybe could play. Have you asked Dan now that their season's wrapped up? Because there are a couple of guys who are legitimately 6'6" plus, really big guys who've played high school basketball.
Well, they've got a bowl game to go to yet, and depending on where we're at, and where they're at with their bowl game and that, we'll wait and see how things come out this weekend. And, if there's an opportunity to get somebody over Christmas break that wants to, Herbert could have helped us that year. He was a good player, but I don't think he would have done that. But Marcus was a hell of a basketball player too. He could have helped us, So we've had some good basketball players, and Eric Armstead helped us a bunch. He really helped us in practice and did a good job for us. So, if after their season and that, we'll see where we're at with our injuries. Hopefully we'll start getting guys back, and hopefully by January 1, we got a lot more guys, and that's probably when they'd be able to help us. So the timing of it's not really good.
Couple more. How do you feel like Colel's done not getting baited to block shots? It feels like he's, for a freshman, stays on his feet quite a bit.
Well, he's done some good things defensively, but, there's so much more there. I mean, he knows it. Scouts know it. Everybody knows it. He just but you also see when he turns it on, the level he can go to. And so his challenge has always been, to maintain that, do it for longer periods of time. So that's our challenge, to get him to do that, and it's not like turning on a light switch. You just don't say, okay, today I'm going to play harder. It's habits. You got to do it every day in practice. That's why I'm on him in practice, to focus more, to play harder, because, those habits, then you do it in game. And I made the comment, we've never had a guy that hasn't been a good practice player that's been a good game. Now, they might have a good game, but they are not consistently good unless they consistently practice. And because you get those habits, you get, when the things aren't going for you, you've worked your tail off, and you still go, and you don't have that confidence, you don't have that feel if you don't do it every day. And so the really good players that I've been fortunate enough to work with have all done it here every day, and it's carried over to the game floor. And I'm just so happy for guys. You see Boucher tearing it up now, and Dillon's, those guys, because they lived it here every day. That wasn't any of our coaching staff. That was those guys. And so we just hope to get those habits, ingrained in some of our guys, and hope to make the progress that we need to make.
Because of all the injuries, is it kind of tougher to gauge where this team is right now, or do you feel like you have a good sense of where this team is?
Oh, I got no sense of where we're at. No, I mean, heck, I don't know who's playing, you know. So, no, the only thing I can tell you is we haven't made the progress. You know, we're practicing with 10 guys, and 5 of them are walk-ons today. Okay, so we had 10 guys out there, and we had 6 scholarship athletes and 5 walk-ons. You know, 2 of them are just walk-on status because we haven't got all the NCAA stuff done. You know, so they can only come and practice for I think 45 days and try to get them cleared. But so, you know, we can't tell how far we're going. We just try to get ready for the next one, but we're not anywhere near where we should be, and we're always going to be a little bit behind because we're not getting the work in like we should. We didn't get it in October. We didn't get it in November, and we're almost in December. So, you know, we've had 2 months where we'd like to get everything in and our guys put together, and it hasn't gone as planned. So we got to keep working, got to keep adjusting, and hope some guys continue to step up. Will, Dante, Quincy do a great job of leading us. I can't put it all on Will because that's just too much for one guy. So Dante and Quincy got to help him. But if those 3 guys lead us, you know, we have a chance to be competitive, and then hopefully everybody gets back and we'll get better.